Welcome to this Wednesday edition of Tullahoma 6 News in HD. I'm Chris Barset, and Tullahoma crime has been in full swing.
And I'm Kelly Lepchinsky. Also coming up next on Tullahoma 6 News in HD, there's a new command and energy out at AEDC.
First on 6.
A man was caught with his pants down inside of an apartment that was not his. After a call for disturbance, Tullahoma police officers responded to Whispering Oaks Apartments and discovered 36-year-old Eddie Edwards with his pants down and his hands in his boxer shorts. Edwards has been charged with burglary, assault, public intoxication, observation without consent, resisting arrest, and criminal trespassing.
And 34-year-old Darvish Johnson has been charged with domestic assault, false imprisonment, robbery, reckless endangerment, and resisting arrest. According to reports, he stole $30 worth of lottery tickets from a business on East Lincoln Street, then drug his girlfriend out of a store by the arm. When Johnson was finally found, he fought with the officers, even kicking them in the head 4 times while they were attempting to subdue him. Johnson is due in General Sessions Court on October the 17th.
The Coffee County Sheriff's Department will be gaining a new investigator. Jonathan Anthony has left the Manchester Police Department, where he has served with honor and distinction. Along with Anthony's departure from MPD, Chief Investigator Jackie Matheny Jr. has also resigned.
Many people do not think that the global economics and stability directly affect us here in Middle Tennessee. Due to the instability in the Middle East between Saudi Arabia and Iran, fuel prices in Tennessee have risen 10 cents in the past month. As of yesterday, the average for a gallon of regular unleaded in the state was $2.39. That is 8 cents more than a week ago and a dime more than this time last month. Tennessee is still well below the national average, which is $2.66. The cheapest fuel in Tullahoma can be found for $2.33 at the West Lincoln Market Marathon. And while the cheapest fuel in Coffee County can be found at the Speedway on MacArthur Street in Manchester as of this morning.
A Tullahoma woman has fallen victim to a Social Security scam. She reported to police that she was contacted by phone by a man posing as a member of the Social Security Administration. During their conversation, she was told she needed to make a payment to their office. To do so, the con man directed her to go out and purchase gift cards. Once she purchased the various gift cards, the man had her give the numbers off the back of them so that he could cash them in. Her $13,000 are likely gone forever. Anyone receiving such suspicious calls should hang up and then contact their local law enforcement agency.
The Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Aldermen held the final BMA meeting for September on Monday night. Business as usual for the most part, but they did hold a reception for the new AEDC commander, and a proclamation was made declaring the week of October 6th through the 12th Public Power Week here in Tullahoma. Here is Mayor Lane Curley to tell us more about the meeting.
So I'm pleased to report on just a short summary of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting that took place on September the 23rd. So from 5 to 5:30, prior to the start of the City Council meeting, we hosted a reception for the new commander at AEDC, Colonel Garrity. And a large crowd was there to welcome him to Tullahoma and to AEDC. I think we all appreciate the fact that AEDC is really the economic engine that has made a lot of good things happen in Tullahoma and the region for the past 60 years. So then at the start of the meeting, that he gave us just a short summary of some of the things that are going on at AEDC, and he's very optimistic about future new business at AEDC, and so that's really a good thing for our community. We also welcomed our honorary alderman, a senior at Tullahoma High School, a young lady from Ethiopia, actually. Her name is Meti Brigaa. And Meti is a very accomplished young lady, and so we were pleased to welcome her as the honorary alderman. We had a number of items on the consent agenda at the meeting, and made several appointments to the Planning Commission and the Arts Council. And then we had a couple of one item that we scheduled a public hearing on an upcoming rezoning request on East Monroe Street. And that's just a short summary of the meeting that took place at the Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting on September the 23rd.
Monday night, the city of Tullahoma held a reception in honor of the new Arnold Engineering and Development Complex commander, Colonel Jeffrey Garrity, and his wife Nora. We caught up with the Garritys after the reception to learn a little bit about them and what excitement may be happening out at the base.
Nora and I have been in the Air Force for 22 years now. This is our 16th home. Here in Tullahoma is our 16th home in the Air Force. And prior to that, we moved down here from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, where we lived for 3 years. I was a group commander there for a group called Big Safari. And before that, I was a test pilot. I've done a number of jobs in the Pentagon and throughout the Air Force Test Center. And AEDC, Arnold Engineering Development Complex, is a part of the test center. So my test center background is what brought us here. And we brought along with us a 10-year-old girl, and we also have 2 kids who are 17 and 16, and they're off at college up at the University of Dayton right now.
Oh, it's been beautiful. We've always found a home wherever we've been in the United States, but this started from the very first day we got here. People coming up and welcoming us, telling us about different organizations in the community. We homeschool, but we look for all kinds of activities, and we found them from here to Manchester, Murfreesboro, and enjoyed the natural beauty of the area, all the waterfalls and hikes and history. It's just been wonderful.
We're always looking into that. I mean, we always aligned our workload to the National Defense Strategy, and the 2018 National Defense Strategy definitely calls for a great deal more out of the Arnold Engineering Development Complex than maybe has been done over the past 10 years or so. It really returns the focus to what the National Command Authority calls great power competition. So there's a stone out there right in the front of the headquarters building at Arnold Air Force Base, and emblazoned on it is a note from General Hap Arnold that says to remember that this base was established, this complex was established to make sure that American air power is second to none. And I think this return to a focus on great power competition helps Arnold regain that focus on making sure American air power is second to none. So we'll definitely be looking into increasing the capacity and the capability of every facility that we have there on Arnold and in our geographically separated units in California, Maryland, Utah, New Mexico. But of course, we abide by the money that the Congress gives us and how that relates to the National Defense Strategy.
And coming up next on Tullahoma 6 News in HD, the Tullahoma Chamber Coffee was in full swing yesterday, and we will hear from the host.
And in this week's book talk, Susan takes a walk through the forest of the mind.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
You asked for it, we listened. Whole Home DVR is here. Record up to 3 of your family's favorite programs at once, anywhere in your home. Start a show in the living room, finish it in another room. For just $5 more a month, upgrade your existing DVR service. Call one of our friendly customer service representatives today. The number you know, 455-4515.
This is your internet service at 10 meg speeds. This is internet service at Gigabit. No other local provider can match this level of speed. Call us today to get the world's fastest internet.
wanna dance?
Check out Stingray Music on TV. Now available, the new Stingray Music mobile app, free with your TV subscription. Stingray Music, all good vibes.
Welcome back to Tullahoma 6 News in HD. In this week's Book Talk, we visit with Susan Stovall, director of Lanham Library, to see what she's reading and recommending right now for a good book. This week, it's Rainforest Mind by Paula Prober. Here is Susan to tell us about it.
The Journey into the Rainforest, Your Rainforest Mind by Paula Prober. And Paula Prober, this actually is a journey into your mind. This is not a gardening book, or a rainforest mind is a metaphor that she used. She has been working with gifted children and gifted adults for 35 years. She started out as a teacher for gifted children and eventually became a psychotherapist who addressed the unique needs of gifted people. And she has another book that is longer and more complicated about the rainforest mind. But this is a nice little introduction that in many ways is much more accessible. And even if you don't believe you're gifted, and a lot of people don't realize they're gifted people, you know, I think you can still make wonderful use of this book. Now, when she talks about the rainforest mind, and I did love the metaphor of thinking of people's minds as landscapes. And, you know, being the snarky person that I am, I immediately thought of a few people whose minds are probably deserts, you know. Well, the rainforest mind is the opposite of that. It's multi-layered, multi-textured, teeming with life, you know. There's lots of curiosity. So it's not just about being the smartest person in the room. It may be the fact that you're an intensely curious person. It may be that you have a lot of emotional intelligence. So there are all sorts of things that would give you a rainforest mind. She actually, first part of the book has a little quiz so that you can tell if you have a rainforest mind. You know, about finding interests, finding people you have things in common with. You know, that can be a real challenge for anyone after a certain age. So there's lots of things in this book, and she's such a gentle, kind person. You know, so you're going to feel like you have this, like, nice aunt coaching you. And she talks about therapy and the uses of therapy, but let's face it, that's not an option that's available for everybody, and she realizes that. So she talks about some of the other things that you can do. And it's just an interesting book, whether you have somebody who you feel is gifted in your life and you want to understand them better, whether that person is you or someone else, or if you just have maybe some issues of your own that you would like to deal with. She may well be hitting one of those. So pick this book up and spend some time with it. Then you may want to backtrack and read her other book. But it really is a fascinating approach to how we can become more completely ourselves. And this is Susan.
The Chamber Coffee was full of energy yesterday. The hosts, Fit 10 Fitness and the Highland Rim Kiwanis Club greeted the community and introduced themselves. While Fit 10 employees informed everyone about the company's business offerings, the Kiwanis invited everyone to the 41A Music Festival. Here are Sharon Lockhart and Chad Moyer to tell us more about each of those events.
Well, we just want to welcome all of you here today. It's a blessing for us to be able to host this time and to see all of you out today. We have this main facility here, Fit 10, and we're Fit 10 Fitness and Nutrition. So this is our main facility. And I don't know if many of you know, but we do have another facility across the street that's our Mind Body Studio. Thank you for coming up, Tammy. So I've been in the industry probably over 30 years, and I can tell you exercise is the best pill you'll ever take. We just see so many benefits for mental, physical, emotional, and et cetera down the line. So it's just a great honor to be able to be in an industry where you can impact people's lives on a daily basis. We're just a results-based facility. We do a lot of personal training. We have a lot of different fitness classes, and we have asked some people that have participate in our programming to come up and talk. If you were here before, we had an exercise demonstration, which was fun, but we thought we'd do something different today. So again, personal trainings are most popular, and then we really feel like that's a good way to help people get to feeling their best the quickest. And then our fitness classes are another huge hallmark for us. We have yoga, bar, Pilates, you name it, we have it. So hopefully if you get a chance in the future to come and join us, we'd love to have you in any of our programming.
Staff, but we have the 41A Festival coming up this weekend, 3 days. It is a free event, so make sure you bring out your family and friends, kids. We'll have a kids zone. We're going to have some great bands this weekend. It is a free event, so you guys come out. All the proceeds that we raise from this weekend will go to local kids charities. So even if you just buy a hamburger, if you buy adult beverage, or even a Coke, that money will go to the right kids. So where are my Kiwanis members at? Everybody raise their hand. These folks work very hard through the year. We have a club just under 25, and for us to be able to pull off something this big is extraordinary for as few people as we have. Anybody interested in getting more involved in the community, please reach out to any folks that you see in the yellow. We will be happy to have you on. We have a silent auction going on. If you go on Facebook, look up Highland Rim Kiwanis Club. You can look up our event page. We have a silent auction going on right now. Emily is our volunteer coordinator. This event takes a lot of people, so if you're interested in coming out and helping us out and helping us make sure the weekend goes smoothly, come see Miss Emily, and she'll get you set up.
A Tullahoma woman is using her own battle with the autoimmune disorder alopecia to start a local support group aimed at helping those who share the same disorder. Yolanda Clark is striving to break the stigma on alopecia. She has started a public page on Facebook for alopecia support and wants to empower, inspire, and support women. The page is a way for women to get online and join the group and know that they are not alone in battling the disorder. For more information on Clark's upcoming alopecia support group meeting, follow her page Faith's Journey on Facebook.
This week at the City of Tullahoma Animal Shelter, there's a 3-year-old Shepherd Boxer mix named Blue available for adoption. He's very energetic and needs lots of exercise. Blue is fixed. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter would like to remind you that they always have a great variety of dogs to choose from for adoption. The shelter at 4942 Maplewood Avenue has an ongoing need for donations of dog-related items and monetary donations to provide medical care.
This weekend it's time for the 10th annual 41A Music Festival, and this is a free, family-friendly 2-day music festival to support local child-centered nonprofit organizations in southern Middle Tennessee. This event is 100% volunteer run, and 100% of the proceeds go back into the community. Vendors include food, beverages, arts and crafts, retail, and nonprofit. Gates will open around 5 on Friday and noon on Saturday. Local favorites like Bad Monkey, Stagger Moon Band will be there, along with headliners The Reckless, Boogie Nights, and Rubik's Groove. Come out and support the fun event for a great cause.
On Tuesday, October 1st, join us on the TUA grounds for our Public Power Week celebration. The event will kick off at 3 and run till 5:30. There'll be a line safety demo, memorial pole climb, face painting, a bounce house, and the ever-popular prize wheel. Free pizza, snacks, and beverages will also be available. Also, bucket truck rides with our line workers will be available. We look forward to you joining us.
On Saturday, Malo State Community College will celebrate its 50th anniversary with a family fun day on the Moore County campus. The event will begin at 2 o'clock with a classic car cruise-in, activities, and games. At 2:30, the Motlow birthday party begins. Local band Utopia will provide live music starting at 3 o'clock. Concessions and a kids zones will be available throughout the event. Bring a lawn chair with you to enjoy a day of fun and fellowship on the Motlow grounds. A reception for alumni, Friends and Founders will be held at 5 o'clock for those aged 21 and older. To register for that event, log on to motlow50.com and click on the Celebration Weekend tab. And coming up next on Tullahoma 6 News in HD, we'll have your work week weather forecast for you.
And not only weather, we'll also have a look at local sports right after this.
Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for Monday nights to be as exciting as Saturday nights and to leave a cousin's wedding early for Wild Card Weekend? Are you ready to destroy Daryl forever?
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. Mahomes is ready.
Mahomes is ready.
I just said that. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Tullahoma Wildcat Football is on LightTube Channel 23 and the Rooster 1015. Join Scott Chastain and Ken Keller for all the in-depth analysis and play-by-play action as Coach Olive and the Tullahoma Wildcats battle their area rivals for Friday Night Glory. Don't miss Tullahoma High School football each and every week, live on the Rooster 1015, and catch the replay on LightTube Channel 23.
Welcome back. Well, Kelly, you know it's September the 25th, so we have another national day. What is the day today?
National One Hit Wonder Day.
And it brings back memories while turning up the volume. We honor all the musical artists and chart-topping songs that make them memorable.
These songs make us sing whether we should or not. We know all the words even though we don't know why. They're the songs the groups of friends will burst out with chorus together, and they'll make memories too.
Movie soundtracks, love them. Wedding dances, love them. We all love them. And any favorite one-hit wonders?
Oh, the 70s were full of them. Wonderful, wonderful one-hit wonders. I can't name any off the top of my head.
Oh, well, mine would be like Video Killed the Radio Star would be one of my favorite one-hit wonders. You know,
the my one-hit wonder favorites are actually two-hit wonders. So
oh, okay.
You throw out some Poco.
Well, Gloria Gaynor's always a good artist.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm.
So, and well, I guess we should get on to the weather now.
Sure thing.
Well, you know, we have a high of 92 today with a low of 59. Partly cloudy. Look at those skies out there at the airport. They have an average temperature of 78 for the high today and low of 54. So we're kind of smoking that average. I mean, just way above. But a record high of 93. So potentially we could beat that today if it rose just a couple more degrees. And with a record low of 38 and set in 1928, I don't think we have anything to worry about there.
That looks safe.
Well, for the rest of the week, we have on Thursday a 40% chance of thunderstorms with a high of 86 with a low of 66. Friday, oh my goodness, 94 degrees for the high, 100% chance of Tullahoma football with a low of 72. On Saturday, again, highs in the mid-90s. On Saturday, Sunday, Monday, lows in the low 70s. So it's going to be kind of muggy and toasty out there.
They know October's coming, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing with 96 degrees?
I don't think Mother Nature got the memo.
My goodness.
You know, exactly. That's the thing. Well, in local sports, Kelly, what do we have going on?
Well, in local sports, the Tullahoma High School girls team capped off the regular season with a win, taking first place in a 9-hole matchup over Shelbyville and Coffee County at the Lakewood Golf and Country Club on Thursday. The Lady Wildcats combined to score an 81 during Thursday's matchup. Mallory Tavrut led Tullahoma, putting up a 40 during her 9-hole round. On the boys' side, Tullahoma finished second out of 3 teams competing, combining to score a 184 on the day. The Wildcats were led by Andrew Cardosi on the day, who carded a 36. The District 8 AAA tournament is scheduled to take place September 30 at the Bear Trace at Timms Ford Lake. Start time for that 18-hole tournament is 8 a.m.
And that Tullahoma golf team is just spectacular this year. That young Tavrut is just killing it. And are you ready to show your Tullahoma High School football pride? Friday night, the Wildcats will host Lincoln County for homecoming. Come out and support the Cats for the matchup and cheer on the homecoming court. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. We will see you at Wilkins Stadium. And that's our quick look at local sports. We'll be back with a few final thoughts right after this.
Tullahoma Wildcat Football is on LightTube Channel 23 and the Rooster 1015. Join Scott Chastain and Ken Keller for all the in-depth analysis and play-by-play action as Coach Olive and the Tullahoma Wildcats battle their area rivals for Friday night glory. Don't miss Tullahoma High School football each and every week, live on the Rooster 1015, and catch the replay on LightTube Channel 23.
Does your family love to stream movies and use multiple Wi-Fi enabled devices? But are you finding out that your run-of-the-mill router simply can't keep up? Don't worry, LightTube has you covered with our internet router service for only $9.95 per month. Get back to what your family loves doing. Call us today at 455-4515 to learn more.
This is your internet service at 10 meg speeds. This is internet service at Gigabit. No other local provider can match this level of speed. Call us today to get the world's fastest internet.
You asked for it, we listened. Whole Home DVR is here. Record up to 3 of your family's favorite programs at once, anywhere in your home. Start a show in the living room, finish it in another room. For just $5 more a month, upgrade your existing DVR service. Call one of our friendly customer service representatives today. The number you know, 455-4515.
So, Chris, a quick clarification. In a story I read earlier, the scammer, the poor woman who was scanned lost $1,300, not $13,000. I apologize for the error.
But still, no matter what the amount, it's still horrible that there are people out, especially a Social Security scam. Yeah. That is atrocious that somebody would take that from one of our senior citizens.
Right, and those work more frequently than you might believe. Those happen quite a bit.
And before we leave you today, we'd like to thank our news team members, 93.9 The Duck, and your local newspaper, the Tullahoma News, for their help and support.
And if you'd like to be a part of the team, send an email to news@lighttube.net or just call our news hotline, 571-7186. Be sure to let us know about any upcoming activity, event, or story idea, and we'll do our best to get the word out.
You can also like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Just search for TUA LightTube, where we update you on the latest news and events. And that's it for this Wednesday edition of Tullahoma 6 News in HD. As always, we thank you for watching and hope you'll join us again on Friday.
Have a great evening. We'll see you on Friday.